Hi there, I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength, and today I want to give you a full body cool down you can do with limited time, space, and equipment. So for equipment today, you'll want a sturdy chair. Take this at your own pace. If you need to slow down, please do, and have as much water as you need. So go ahead and grab your sturdy chair. We're gonna come into a lunge position. I wanna make sure both feet are straight, and then I'm gonna pull in the belly as I lunge forward, and I should get a good stretch down the rear leg, and I might feel that in the inner thigh as well. After you've held that for a few seconds, go ahead and let yourself transition to the other side. Remember to keep that back foot straight and pull the belly in so we're stretching these muscles in good alignment. So next I'm going to position myself side by side with my chair. Step the foot forward that's closest to the chair. Step the other foot back. Lunge slightly, and then I'm going to reach up and over, supporting myself on the chair. This is a really good stretch for the outside of the hip, as well as this whole side of the body. And then go ahead and let yourself set up for that on the other side. Remember, we want to keep the feet about hip width distance apart if we can. I'm going to draw in the belly and find that stretch in the legs before I reach up and over to the side. And if for some reason this is bothering your shoulder, you could just do a reach across the body, but if it feels okay, go ahead and let yourself reach all the way over. Next, I'm going to position myself so I'm holding the chair back, and I'm going to start stepping the feet back with slightly bent knees. I want to keep the back flat as I push the hips back till I start finding a pretty good stretch for the back and shoulders. And once you find that, you can straighten the legs a bit more if you want to. You might find that this is enough stretch just keeping the knees bent. But if you do need a little bit more, you can shift some body weight into the balls of your feet, and you should get a really good stretch going up your calves. And then go ahead and let yourself walk forward. Stretching the legs and hips a little more deeply, I'm gonna elevate one heel on my chair, and then I'm gonna hinge at the waist just if I need more stretch. The leg should be straight. I wanna think about pulling the hip back into its socket to really maximize this. And to take it even further, I might turn towards that outside hip, and then you might really feel it in the glutes as well. Coming out of that, let yourself bend the knee and safely swing the leg off the chair, and we're going to do that on the other side. So again, I'm going to elevate the other heel on the chair. I'm going to think about really pulling the hip back into its socket. I'm going to keep both legs pretty straight here. I can think about pulling the toe back towards my face. That'll increase the stretch in the calf. And then I'm going to turn towards that outside hip, only if that feels good, to get an even better stretch in the hip and glutes. So now I'm going to position the chair behind me. And if you're feeling like your legs are kind of jello-y or you're unsure about your balance, make sure you've got either a wall or something you can use in front of you for stability. I'm going to take one foot and put it on the chair. And when I do that, I'm going to start with my hips back, and then I'm going to straighten everything. I'm going to pull the belly button in, and the more I straighten my spine and push through that foot on the floor, I should get a good stretch in the front of my thigh and in the front of the hip. Coming out of that safely, push the hips back and swing the leg off, and go ahead and transition to the other side. Going into the second side, I'm going to push my hips back, swing the foot up on the chair, and then I'm going to start thinking about thrusting that hip forward, lining up the knees and the hips. And as I straighten the spine and pull my belly in, I should feel a good stretch in the front of the thigh and hip. And then coming out of that safely again, pushing the hips back, swinging the leg off. And then to stretch the upper body, I'm going to take one hand behind the head, let myself look up and just stretch the chest. And I should feel this probably in the front of the shoulder, a bit in the triceps. And then go ahead and bring your head back to center and let yourself switch sides. So again, I should get a really good stretch in the front of the chest, in the triceps, and the shoulder. And then as you bring your head back to center, if it feels reasonable for you, I'm gonna have you clasp your hands down behind you, pull the shoulders down, pull the belly button in, and look down. So this should stretch the top part of the shoulders, the upper traps, and the neck. And then I'm just gonna gently turn my chin to one shoulder and then come back through center and turn to the other. Nice job. We're gonna do one last full body stretch. So go ahead and give yourself a big snow angel reach up overhead. Slightly lean back, and then I'm gonna hinge forward from the waist, reaching the fingertips forward, keeping the back flat, pushing the hips back. And when I kind of reach the end of my length there, I'm gonna push onto the thighs a little bit to push the hips back further if it feels good. And then I'm slowly gonna one vertebrae at a time, let myself hang here. So this hang might look like this. Your hands may not touch the ground. You may be flat palmed on the ground. This is very individual. So wherever you're at, just let yourself slowly roll up, and let's do that one last time. So big snow angel reach up overhead, slight reach back to stretch the abs. And then as I hinge forward, reaching the fingertips forward, pushing the hips back, and then pressing onto the thighs, and then slowly releasing the spine. And then go ahead and let your neck relax. Let yourself just look forward in a neutral position for the neck. And then slowly roll up. Great job today. That was a tough workout and you nailed it. Give yourself major credit for your hard work today. Thanks so much for working out with me today. I hope this workout brought you one step closer to seizing your inner star. If you want some additional help with your exercise routine, you can always reach out to me in the application link in the description, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. I will see you in the next video.